you, man. That song is prophetic of what we're coming from all over the planet to be right here and do what we have. Let's hear it for Sparrow.
I once went to a Bedouin village in Israel on a tour with a group of 30 other Jewish Americans and 5 Israelis. We were there to ride a camel, eat an authentic Bedouin meal, listen to music, and sleep in a large Bedouin tent. At night, after the meal, the group sat around the fire and played Never Have I Ever. I did not play. I sat and observed. I listened to these people admit to illegal acts of sexual bravado, outrageous, silly, ridiculous things. I sat and observed with a veiled mask of horror. To the ignorance of my peers, not once did anyone mention or notice that this village in the Negev desert had no running water, no electricity, no school. And as I sat around that fire, I was bothered that nobody cared, no one noticed, no one spoke of it. But I guess that's what the state of Israel wants. They want Americans to confuse villages for tourist traps, the lack of necessity lacking for, the authenticity, while cloaking the reality of something much more sinister. In the words of Talib al-Saad, the Bedouins are good enough to fight and die, but not good enough to be citizens. I went to a Bedouin village a few years ago with a group of 35 people in their 20s, people who self-identify as liberal, as progressive, whatever that means. And nobody mentioned the ill treatment of our hospitable hosts, not even me.
Dang, that's what I'm talking about. Thank you. I don't know what I'm supposed to do.
Only you can stand in the shoes. He's trying to say that look at the big shoes too.
That's what I can do, brother. Bring it back one time. Now, back in the days, I remember when me and Gully was alright. So walking tennis streets at night, and be all black. White gave me lemon, so you grind hard, looking hard, still brought to you find a line like. Now there is so much sin in the city. On my turn, no one way. So much hell in this heat. The devil's looking for the Sunday. Wishing well so deep. You know there's gotta be one way. But I'ma beat the armor and my telegram, whatever I say. Take this beat from the corner and just rock it up in the plane. Damn, I just wanna move and I just wanna fly away. Why do we stay in trouble when grandma taught us so apart? Or maybe never had a mother or father. Life isn't that hard. Ooh, I'm just making it up as I go along, and I think that we are. So how long can we keep on going on and making this shit up? Or will it finally be something we already know? I don't really want to have to repeat this again. Living a life so same as I am. Not to leave. Shake it up, my man.
I've always been interested in theater, and my father was a visual artist when I was growing up, so I was always in that environment. We just decided to get this old shotgun house, a casita down here in Ybor City, get it, make it one big room, and we use it as a mixed-use space.
So this is a Silver Meteor Gallery?
Silver Meteor Gallery, yes.
And your name, if that's right?
It's Michael Murphy.
All right, thank you so much.
And Michael,
yes.
What is the best thing about being here?
The lovely audience, of course.
Oh, I spend so much time shooting with a camera that I even forget that I have it with me. I better give it to somebody else. Zach, would you just point that in my direction? It's already
Oh, Corey, I want to get that picture of my face, but that was hilarious. With the camera.
So before I started in Occupy Boston, My most recent position was doing computational genetics at MIT. And they always tell us that if you're going to write poetry, write music, etc., what you should write about what you know. But for scientists, 16S ribosomal small subunit crap.
Whoa.
When your DNA gets randy again and wants to have the fun, and the protein that it's coding for is needed number one, and your cytoplasmic signal flux exceeds the beta max, and there's just one thing I know which will save you from the act. It's the 16S ribosomal small subunit. It's the 16S ribosomal small subunit. To gather all the microbes in a very little tube, then you lyse the little bastards with a special type of lube. You spin them till they're dizzy and their DNA drops out, and a PCR reaction makes their numbers mountain out. It's the 16S ribosomal small subunit. It's the 16S ribosomal small subunit.
It sure is. Yeah!